Have you ever wondered how we went from simple flashing dots on a screen to the massive, lifelike virtual worlds we explore today? The history of video games isn't just about technology. It's a story of pure imagination. Let's hit the start button and dive into this incredible journey. Our story doesn't begin in a noisy arcade, but in the quiet computer labs of the 1960s and 70s. Think massive mainframe computers, filling entire rooms. It was here that pioneers created games like Spwar, laying the very first lines of code. Soon after, text-based adventures like Colossal Cave Adventure proved that you didn't need fancy graphics to build a captivating world. All it took were words and the player's imagination to spark a sense of true exploration. Then came the late 70s and the absolute explosion of the arcade. Suddenly, games were everywhere. Icons like Space Invaders and the legendary Pac-Man weren't just games. They became global cultural phenomena. The glowing screens and electronic sounds drew in massive crowds, turning a hobby into a powerful new form of entertainment and paving the way for the first home consoles to bring that magic into our living rooms. But the boom didn't last forever. The market became flooded with rushed, low-quality titles, leading to the great video game crash of the early 80s. It looked like game over for the industry. But from the ashes, a hero emerged from Japan. Nintendo, with its revolutionary Nintendo Entertainment System, not only single-handedly revitalized the entire industry, but also introduced a seal of quality and a level of creativity that set the standard for decades to come. The 90s were a game changer, literally. This was the decade we jumped into a new dimension. The leap from flat to D sprites to full 3D graphics on consoles like the Sony PlayStation and Nintendo 64 was absolutely groundbreaking. Titles like Super Mario 64 gave us freedom of movement we'd never experienced, while games like Final Fantasy VII delivered cinematic stories with emotional depth. This wasn't just an upgrade. It was a revolution that forever changed our expectations of what a video game could be. As we entered the new millennium, the world got connected. The rise of high-speed internet changed everything. PC gaming flourished, with platforms like Steam, making it easier than ever to access a huge library of games. Meanwhile, online services like Xbox Live transformed gaming from a solo activity into a shared social experience. Suddenly, you weren't just playing against the computer. You were teaming up with friends and competing against players from all around the globe. Multiplayer became a global community. And that brings us to today. Gaming is more diverse and exciting than ever. We have hyper-realistic blockbuster titles that rival Hollywood movies and massive esports tournaments that fill entire stadiums with cheering fans. We have an endless stream of creative and personal indie games. And we're just starting to scratch the surface of what's possible with immersive, virtual, and augmented reality. The evolution of gaming never stops. The game is never over. It's just leveling up. What was the first game that got you hooked? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip through gaming history, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.